Alright guys, once you've got your controller powered up, you made sure it's you got 24 volts DC input, your controller is going to start up and have the following screen. It should have the options Program, Card, Setup, and Start. I want you to scroll down using the down arrow and press OK on the Start option. It should bring you to what we call the AI screen. Now what this screen has is sensor readings. Not important for now. For now what we want to do is check the tracker settings. So what we're going to do is scroll over by using the right arrow till we get to the M screen. Now we use the numbers 1 through 5 on the M0 line as flags for certain tracker settings. You can refer to the sheet of paper in the bottom of the control box to see what each of those numbers mean. I'll run through them real quick. So the 1 represents if the tracker is in auto or manual. Since it's not shaded right now, the tracker is in manual. The 2 represents elevation night stow. Again, not shaded, so it's not on. Number 3 represents dual axis or single axis mode. Since it's unshaded, the tracker is currently in single axis mode. The 4 and the 5 each represent the 2 different options for elevation night stow. 4 means that you would stow the tracker flat, and 5 means you would stow it vertical. Many of our installers like to test out tracker movement before they put the tracker into automatic mode. Since we've confirmed by seeing that the 1 is not shaded, we can use the manual relays to test out tracker movement to make sure that our wires are not too tight, and just, in general, so everything works correctly. You can press the little blue buttons on the relays to test out the movement. The first setting we want to input on our tracker is elevation night stow. Now, if you're in a location with no real wind or snow concerns, you don't have to turn this option on. What we need to do is scroll one more screen to the right. Now we're at what we call the command screen, Escape plus C. And it has the 4 arrows, all 4 to represent the 4 arrows on our PLC. Now, if you look into the bottom of your control box, again, there are cursor controls, and that tells you how to input each command. So, we're doing the elevation night stow command. To input that, we need to press the escape button, quickly followed by the down button while we're still holding the escape button. Now the first time that you do this, the first time that you're initializing your controller, you may need to input it twice. So what I'm going to do is just press the escape key and then quickly press the down key. And you saw that arrow flash, meaning that the PLC received the command. Now if I scroll back to the left to the M screen, you'll see that the 2 is not shaded. That's because we're going to need to do it twice this first time. So I'll go back to the command screen and do it again. Now we see that the 2 is shaded, and also the 4 is shaded. So once we turn on elevation night stow, the 2, either the 4 or the 5 has to be shaded. The 4 being shaded represents a flat stow. The 5 represents vertical stow. So if you want to stow your tracker flat, you're in a high wind area, we can leave it as it is. If we want to change this to get the 5 highlighted, or the tracker vertical, we need to scroll back to the command screen and press escape right. Now we see the 5 is highlighted. So 2 elevation night stow on, 5 elevation night stow vertical. Our next tracker setting that we need to input is represented by the 3 on the M0 line. Now again, you can look down at the sheet in the bottom of your control box and you'll see that the M3 flag is for dual axis or single axis. It's not shaded right now, which means the controller is in single axis mode. To put it in dual axis mode, we need to scroll to the right to the command screen, and we need to do escape left. And again, the first time we input it, we'll have to do it twice. So now we see that the 3 is highlighted. Now, the reason that this is an option is that some installers during the winter might only want their tracker in single axis mode. You have a lot of snow, the sun's at a low angle in the sky, maybe it's better to just put the tracker vertical, make sure the snow washes right off, and you also have a good angle on the sun. Now, the only input we have left is for auto tracking, represented by the 1 on the M0 line. So right now the tracker is still in manual mode, and since a lot of you have moved the tracker using the relays already, what I would advise you to do is point the tracker toward the sun as best you can using the relays. The reason we do this is that the controller has a search mode, but since we've already moved it using the relays, it's not going to activate that search mode when we put it in automatic mode. Once we've got the tracker pointed toward the sun, our last step is to put it in automatic mode. What we're going to do is go to the command screen, and we're going to use the escape up command. Again, since this is the first time we're inputting, we're going to have to do it twice. Now if I quickly scroll back to the M screen, we'll see that the 1 is shaded. That means the tracker is in automatic mode. Now, the controller does have an internal timer, so it's going to take a few minutes, but when it's ready for its next move, you should see the tracker sync up with the sun if it's sunny out, or do its ghost tracking movement if there's not a lot of sun. Once we've got that done, we're pretty much all set. You can leave the controller on the M screen or any other screen you want, and close up the box and watch it track. So, let's say I'm doing the escape up command, the auto manual toggle. I'm going to press the escape button and then quickly press that after, quickly press the up arrow after while I'm holding the escape button. So, here we go. And you can see the arrow flash indicating that the command is going in. Now I'll do escape left, boom, escape down, escape right.